Okay guys, here's the second video. I won't be producing any videos over the weekend because I will be busy with other home stuff and some other projects that I have to finish. So I thought I'd get another video out of the way for you, and I think this video is going to be of particular interest to a lot of you newcomers and people who are starting to think about investing in gear, video gear or photo gear. So I am going to have this new series of videos called El Cheapo Mundo, otherwise known as Ian's Cheapness for You. So what does that mean? It means is the, well, I'll just basically review some of the gear that I own, and it will be the cheapest items that you can find on the market today. Okay, and they have been tested and I use them regularly and they work. Okay, so today's featured article is a dry box, a cheap LED light, and a cheap microphone. Now the reason why I'm doing this video also is because earlier I did a video earlier in the morning, and I was very happy that I had my new Bluetooth headphones on, and I was happy and I thought it was recording decent quality audio. Turns out that the Bluetooth microphone only works when you are in a conference call, when you are using Skype, WhatsApp, Google Meets, Zoom, etc. Anything else and the microphone turns off. So the audio that you were listening to for the earlier video was basically from my phone, which isn't bad, but it's not something that I really like. So in this video, I'm going to show you a mic that I purchased, not something that KDU has. Okay, they do have similar mics like this, but this is the one that I purchased cheap. Right now on the market, these microphones are 49 ringgit. I repeat, 49 ringgit. Okay, that is the price of a dinner for you and your boyfriend or girlfriend. So if you want this mic, skip dinner, go buy the mic. And it is the Boya. Alright, the model is the BY-M1 Pro. Now if you notice earlier in the video, I condemned Boya. I said these are not professional mics, and I still stand by them. They are not professional microphones by Hollywood standards. But they are professional microphones if all you do for a living is teach people, or if you're a blogger, or if you're a vlogger, or if you're doing product reviews, or if you're doing YouTube stuff. Okay, perfectly fine. I use this because, like I said, right now this is one of the key things that I'm doing for you guys, and I'm explaining it to you. I also use this when I travel on location. Okay, and if I'm traveling on location and I don't have time to carry expensive stuff or no space in my bag, usually when I fly I just carry one bag, carry on my clothes, my camera, my tripod, my lights, everything in one bag. This is the mic that I would take if I'm doing interviews. Let me reiterate, interviews. Okay, this is an interview label mic. Let me show you the diagram. This is the battery case and also the amplifier. There is an amplifier in here to boost the signal. This is the microphone capsule, which sits over here. And on the other end of this device is the plug. Now, why did I buy this? Because this is a very unique system. This plug, even though it is a TRRS, let me show you, it has 4 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. It was designed for handphones. It will work fantastically with handphones. But if you plug this into a camera, and if you flick this switch over here, the camera, it will work with a camera system. You don't have to buy an adapter. You don't have to buy a secondary plug. One device for everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to assemble this microphone, I'm going to plug it into the phone, and we are going to hear the difference in quality. See you in a second. Testing. Is this mic working? Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay guys, I am back and I have the lapel mic connected to my lapel. This is a lapel over here. You can put it over here, you can put it in the center. You choose wherever you want to put it. Try to get the best sound that you can. Now there are some technical requirements, why here is better, why here is not better. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to show you that getting good production value, remember that word, huh? Good production value is more important than getting good gear. Okay, you can start off very cheaply and get very good production value. You just need to know how to use the mic and what kind of mic to use. Now, this mic has been plugged in. I just basically took it out of the packaging, opened everything up, and plugged it into the phone, and it is now recording audio. I am hoping that the audio is better than the earlier clip. I am not listening to it. As you know, handphones you can't monitor at the same time. But I'm just going to assume that it is much better, much clearer, more clearly defined. Okay? Pay attention to this. Boya BY-M1 Pro. If you need an unboxing video or if you need a review and you need more, just go online, look at the reviews. You won't be disappointed. Now here's the best part. At this price point of 49 ringgit, I consider this a consumable. And what is a consumable? A consumable is like your AA batteries. After you use them, you throw them away. For 49 ringgit, this is a consumable that is going to serve me for 1 year. At the end of 1 year, if it dies, I am not heartbroken. Okay? If you buy a Sennheiser lapel mic, it's 3,000 ringgit starting price. If that breaks, my hair, even less. I will be pulling it out. But there is a trade-off. The trade-off is this. The audio that comes out of a Sennheiser is sublime. Sublime. You will hear every single nuance in my voice. It will be as though that I am in the room with you, talking to you. And that is testimony to the quality of the mic versus this one. They cannot make a superior quality sounding mic for 49 ringgit. They are going to cut corners. And what happens when they cut corners? The quality of the audio will drop. But you be the judge. You listen to my voice right now and you tell me whether the interview is clear, unclear, you like the tone, you decide. Sennheiser, plug it in, record, guaranteed satisfaction. More importantly, if you record audio with a Sennheiser and that audio quality is of that standard, when you submit your initial tape or your reel to a station, they listen to it, they know that you use a Sennheiser. Okay? You send this, first question they're going to ask is, did he mic it properly? Is he using his handphone? That's what the reaction from the professionals will be. Okay? But if you're putting this on YouTube, and if you're watching this right now and you're trying to get some information from me, and if you're a blogger and you're selling some products, hey, it's fine. It works. 49 ringgit, cannot go wrong. All right? Item number one. Item number two, and this one, I've actually used these kind of devices for years now, but I've had to modify those devices. Okay, I used to buy lights, little LED lamps, and hack the lamps. I used to open them up, solder new wires, and modify the wires. Now the reason for that is because I've never liked using Sony batteries, all right, to power LED lamps. I would much rather use a USB power bank. So what I used to do is I used to buy these lamps, open them up, and get a USB cable. I don't have a USB cable, but let me get one. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right. All right, so this is a cheap USB cable that I bought from Mr. DIY. It's, oh sorry, this one is not cheap. This one is more expensive. This is about 1.5 meters. Okay, USB-C. I think I paid $20 or $18 per cable. I've got 6. At the moment, I've got 6 over there. And the reason why I use USB cables is because I like to use power banks, all right? USB power banks, 10,000 milliamp hour power banks to power my lights. And those power banks can last 8 hours easily, all right? The problem here is those power banks are not that powerful. They can last a long time, but they don't have that initial amps to light up a major lighting kit. Well, that's not so true. This I purchased for 50 bucks. This is an LED lamp, all right? I'm going to be honest with you, I threw away the packaging and I can't remember what it's called. But it doesn't matter. All you need to do is go to Shopee, go to Lazada, type LED lamps, and make sure that these lamps have a USB-C port over here. Okay. Now, if you want to see how bright these lamps are, I have one set up right here. I'm going to use it to illuminate my face. This is at approximately 10% power. Yeah, not even 10%. I just turned it up just a little bit. Let's go full power, shall we? Right, as you can see, that's full power. And for tabletop scenarios, that is fantastic. Okay, that's not the power. The power here is, when I say power, I mean the advantage, sorry. The advantage of this device is that it is connected to my desktop via USB cable. That light's going to stay on forever. I can do what I want, I can move, I don't have to worry that I'm running out of power. And hey, it is adjustable. See, turning it down again. Wow, this is bright. Yeah. So if you're a blogger, in fact, look at the video right now. Because of the increase in light intensity, the camera upped the shutter speed. Now, my face is sharper. All right, it's sharper because there is less motion blur. If you don't understand this concept, maybe you can look at the other videos where I explain motion blur and shutter speed and 180-degree rule. Never mind. But for now, just understand that that device there, which is this one, on a stand with a USB cable, best investment that you can make for the price. 50 ringgit, you can get this for 18 ringgit, wherever you want. They sell power banks now for 50 bucks, 60. Total cost 120 ringgit. I've got 6 over there, okay? A lot of you are saying, so that's expensive, 160 ringgit, 130 ringgit for one lamp. No, it's not expensive. One of my other video lamps, one lamp is $4,000, $3,000, 2,800, 1,002. There is no lamp that offers this versatility for 100 bucks. Okay. Okay, fine. You don't want to use USB. You don't want to, let's say you don't buy the power bank. You can get rid of the 60 bucks. You get this cable, you get this lamp, and you stick it into the wall socket. The wall plug, you use your handphone now. That one free. Cable, get $18. You want cheaper one, go ahead. This one, 50 bucks. That's a $60 light for that. And that's just one. What if I put 2? What if I bounce the light to the ceiling? You are now an artist for less than 100 bucks. Okay? I'm not going to put a link in the description. I'm not monetizing this video. I'm not making any money from this. You look at the picture and you make your choice. That is the control for the brightness. That is a cold shoe mount. You can mount this with a cold shoe. There's one on top as well. That's the power switch. At the bottom, you have your USB plug. You can see that. It's USB-C. It also comes with a cold shoe. This is a cold shoe. It can sit on top of your camera if you want. And it also has the I think it's the 3/8 or the 1/4-inch screw mount where you can screw a light stand into it. Okay? What makes this even more interesting is that if you open up the back part, which covers, this is the orange or the amber LED, you can see that you can also power it up using AA batteries. If you have rechargeable AA batteries, you can stick them in here and those guys will also work for hours and hours and hours. Okay? Fantastic device. This amber cover, you can replace this front one and you can get 3,200 Kelvin light or orange light or warm light. Okay? So to recap, cheap, cheerful, and you don't worry so much if it breaks. All right, buy an expensive aperture 120D that breaks, you're out 3 grand. I mean, if you're a professional earning money, it's fine. It's not an issue. But if you're starting off and you want to experiment with lighting, learn and apply some concepts, these lamps will work. Now, if you're watching this today, this will be the latest news for you. In 6 months' time, there will be new LED lamps. Don't hold this against me. That's how it works in the industry. All right? Accept that fact and you will be fine. So, USB-C or USB power is the key. Right. And the last thing for today, and this one I really, really would like to recommend sincerely to all of you, is when you budget to buy a camera, don't just put aside money for the camera. You need to buy a camera system. All right. All cameras come with batteries. You need more batteries. You need more SD cards. You need a tripod. You need a bag. You need a cleaning cloth. You need a UV filter in front. And that's just for the camera. The one thing that nobody buys, and I've been here for 5 years now in KDU, and I've helped hundreds of students consider their camera options. None of them have bought a place to keep their camera. So I'm going to teach you a little trick that all seasoned Lao Chiao old-timers will know. We want to keep our camera and we want to keep it for a long time. And the biggest killer of all camera equipment is mold. M-O-L-D, or fungus. Okay? Now, if you're living in Arizona, America, if you're living in a dry part of the world, Middle East, I don't know where, then mold's not an issue. All right? Because in order for mold or fungus to grow, it needs sunlight, it needs moisture. Where do we get sunlight and moisture? Which country on this planet has sunlight and moisture? Let me see. An island. An island has lots of moisture because it's surrounded by water. And an island near the equator, where it has sunlight year-round, no seasons, whoa, that is the place. That's right, folks. We live on an island. Your camera gear is going to die. Okay? Just leave it on the table like that, in a bag. In 3 months, you will have fungus. Now, if the fungus is on the top of your lens, easy. Give it a wipe, it's done. The problem with fungus is it has a knack to grow inside the lens and inside the camera body. So, how do we do this? How do we fix this? The answer is simple. We can't. If you have to fix mold in a lens, or if you have to fix mold in a camera body, I usually sell the body. That's it. Even if you fix it, even if you clean the lens is never coming back to its original condition. Sell. All right? Try to find a fool, someone who doesn't know cameras, sell it to them. But if you meet a guy like me and I know about cameras, I'm going to give you $10 for the lens. No more. All right? So to prevent this from happening, here's what you may want to purchase. This is a dry pack, all right, or a dry box. Now, the professional dry boxes have electrical power supply powering it, and inside this device there is a heating element, okay, and the heating element goes on and off, on and off, on and off, based on feedback from a hygrometer. All right, I don't know whether you can see that, but this is a hygrometer. And a hygrometer basically measures the amount of moisture in the air. Okay, so those devices, or those powered dry cases, dry boxes, if the moisture level increases, the heater comes on, heats the air, gets rid of the moisture, and the meter will go down again. So it continuously goes up and down, up and down, up and down, maintaining the very low moisture content in the case. All right, so watch this. This is a closed unit. Sunlight's not going in. All right? Keep this away from a window. Keep this away from the sun. It stays cool. Okay? Remove moisture. All right? And in some really advanced models, you can actually pump out the air to remove the oxygen. You take away all that, even if there's fungus on the lens, it will not grow. It will stay there, it will die eventually, but it will not spread, grow, and eat your lens. Okay, now this case is 168 ringgit, and in my opinion, a really good deal. All right, now the reason for that is because about 4 years ago, when I bought a few of these, they were selling at 400 ringgit. Now, because of competition, MCO, I don't know, these guys are going for 168 ringgit. And they're fantastic. All right. If you look at the top of the casing over here, and this is important, there is a rubber silicone seal. See that? When that closes, it creates an airtight environment for you. Airtight means no air going in, no moisture going out, and that's perfect. Okay? But here's a little pro tip. If you buy this and you're going to keep some expensive gear in here, buy some Vaseline and apply the Vaseline onto these surfaces here. Okay? Vaseline. If you can get the non-petroleum version, all right, silicone base, apply that so that when you close it up, the seal is truly 100% airtight. Okay? If you put it like this, after a while, the sealing ring over here becomes hard and air will go in. That is the box. Okay? Put your cameras inside, put your batteries, put your lenses, put whatever you want, anything that's electronic, all right, and you want to preserve them, put it inside, close it up, and then pay attention to this guy here. Okay? Now, how do we use this? Very good question. If you put the camera inside and just leave it like that, that meter is not going to move. It is going to stay at approximately 70%. All right, that is the current atmospheric pressure, hygroscopic level of the air right now. Okay, what you want to do is you want to bring that number down to about 50 or 40%. In other words, you need to remove the moisture in the box. And to do that, this one is really cool. By the way, guys, for 168 ringgit, you don't only get the box. You actually get this as well. This is an electronic dehumidifier. This is the device that heats up the air in the case, effectively drying out the air. All right. It comes together in a package, and like I said, for 168 ringgit, fantastic bargain. Okay. The reason I bought it and I'm leaving it here is because I have my own personal cameras here as well, and I want to keep those cameras relatively dry. Even though I'm using them daily, but I want them to be dry. And this is the device. Okay, I'm gonna open it up for you just to show how it works. The brand is Eirmai, Eirmai. You can go to Shopee, type Eirmai or type whatever you want, and you can go there. You can even go to the shop that I bought it from, which is Promax Digital. Go to Shopee, type Promax space digital, and you will see a lot of things over there. You want to get some preferential treatment, tell them that you are Ian Barbosa from KD, the student from, Ian Barbosa from KDU. Whatever, it's fine. Okay. Inside here, you will see silica gel molecules. Silica gel is a, how do I say this, a crystal? It is a hygroscopic crystal, all right? In other words, if you leave it in the air like that, it will absorb all the moisture in the air. Right now, if you can see over here, the gels are pink. That means they're dry. Awesome. If they turn blue, they're full of water. You now need to dry the crystals. And what I love about this is that this is electrical. Push this thing up, plug this into a wall socket, turn it on, it will heat up, and in an hour or so, you will see that these gels turn pink. Is it? Yeah, they will turn pink again. The moment they turn pink, remove it, take it out, put it back in the case with the camera. Got it? What happens? Goes back in, sucks all the moisture from inside the box, content stays dry, cool, with no light. Fungus dies. All right? Your camera gear lasts you a lifetime. And I'm not exaggerating when I say a lifetime, because I've got camera gear that I purchased, or my father purchased, when I was a boy. A boy. I'm now an old man. Lenses still work, still pristine, still being used to this day. Okay? All right, so that's my 3 tips for today. Cheap solutions for very problematic areas which will benefit you the most. Lighting, these cheap lights, fantastic. This Boya mic, I heard it in the shop, it was pretty good, but I don't know how it's going to sound. You be the judge of that. And this Ep1 dry box. Let me show you the thing. That's the logo, Ep1 dry box. All right. 168, you can put in 2 bodies, 4 lenses, lots of batteries, SD cards, whatever you want. All right. Every week or so, open up, check this. Is it blue or is it pink? If it's blue, go heat it up, put it back in. Okay? All right. Thank you for watching. No more videos for this week. The next one will be on Monday, probably about Premiere Pro. Adios.